I want you to know that your feelings are valid. Life can feel overwhelming, exhausting, and downright unfair at times. But I also want to remind you of something incredibly important. You are still here, and that means you're stronger than you realize. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel worn down by the weight of it all. Life can hit hard, but it doesn't mean you're not capable of rising again. Think about it. You've survived every hard day, every difficult moment up until now. That in itself is proof of your resilience. Sometimes, when you're in the midst of the storm, it's hard to see that the sun is still there, waiting to break through. But just because you can't see it, doesn't mean it's gone. Take a deep breath. Slow down. There is no race you're losing. Life isn't a contest, and it's okay to move at your own pace. You're allowed to rest. In fact, you deserve to rest. The world often tells us we need to keep pushing, keep hustling, but sometimes the bravest, most powerful thing you can do is step back and give yourself the space to heal, to recharge, to feel. You have dreams, goals, and deep desires inside of you that are waiting to be honored, even if they feel distant right now. Your light, your brilliance, is still within you, even when the world tries to dim it. You are full of potential, possibility, and beauty. Right now, your job is to love yourself through this. To show yourself the kind of compassion you'd show someone you deeply care about. You wouldn't tell them to just get over it. You'd hug them, sit with them, and tell them they're not alone. And that's exactly what you need to give yourself right now. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know what's next. The only thing you need to do right now is be kind to yourself. Take it one step, one moment, one breath at a time. And when you're ready, remember that the life you're dreaming of is still possible. It's not too late. Your heart, your dreams, your vision for the future, they matter. They deserve to be brought into the world, and you have what it takes to do that, even if today doesn't feel like it. This is your journey, and the hard days are part of it, but they do not define you. The fact that you're feeling this way shows that you're growing through something difficult, and growth is messy, but it's beautiful. Take some time to reconnect with what makes you feel alive. Whether it's a quiet walk in nature, journaling, meditating, or even picking up an old hobby you haven't touched in a while. Rediscovering the small joys can bring some light back into your day. Don't be afraid to lean on others when you need it. You don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care deeply for you, and I'm one of them. Let's take a deeper breath together, because sometimes, you just need someone to remind you of who you are and what you're capable of. Life, as heavy and exhausting as it can feel, doesn't define your worth, your spirit, or the beautiful potential inside of you. I know right now it might feel like you're walking through quicksand, like the weight is too much, but please, hear me when I say this, you are so much more powerful than this moment. When life is overwhelming, it's tempting to believe the story that this is it, that the darkness will linger forever. But that is far from the truth. This is not the end of your story, not even close. Every single person you admire, anyone who has ever achieved something great, overcome their struggles, or found happiness, has been where you are now. They've been in those valleys where the light seems dim, where hope feels fragile. But what separates them isn't some magic or secret formula, it's the choice to keep going when everything inside them wanted to give up. Right now, it might be hard to find hope, and that's okay. You don't need to have all the answers today. Sometimes, it's enough just to take the next small step. One tiny move forward. Because every small step counts, even when you can't see the progress immediately. Healing and change happen gradually, but they do happen. I want you to remember who you are at your core, the real you, not the one weighed down by stress, not the one consumed by doubts. The real you is someone full of wisdom, strength, and potential. You are someone with dreams worth fighting for. Your existence isn't random, you're here for a purpose. Even if it's not clear right now, your life has a unique beauty, a unique path that no one else can walk but you. Think about how far you've already come. Think about all the moments you thought you wouldn't make it, yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That's incredible. You've navigated difficult times before, and though it might not feel like it right now, you have the strength to do it again. I know it can feel like everything is falling apart. But what if, instead, things are quietly falling into place? What if these challenges are reshaping you, building you up in ways that will only make you stronger, more resilient, and more compassionate than ever before? Growth is often uncomfortable, it can hurt. But through that discomfort, you are being prepared for something greater. Now, let's talk about self-love. Because in moments like these, when life is hardest, that's when you need to double down on giving yourself grace. Imagine someone you love feeling the way you do right now. What would you tell them? You'd remind them that they don't have to do everything perfectly, that it's okay to rest, to pause, to feel however they're feeling. You'd remind them that they are so much more than their bad days. That same kindness, that same compassion, is what you deserve to give yourself right now. Start with the small things. Maybe today, all you can do is get out of bed and drink a glass of water. Maybe it's simply sitting in the sunlight for a moment, or letting yourself cry without judgment. These small acts of self-care are powerful. They are reminders that you still care about yourself, that you are still choosing you, even when it feels impossible. You don't need to fix everything all at once. Life isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And I promise you, even in this very moment, you are making progress. You are learning how to move through these heavy feelings, how to honor your emotions while still believing that better days are ahead. Because they are. When you're ready, take a few moments to visualize what a lighter, more joyful life would feel like for you. What would it look like to wake up and feel peace, even excitement? You deserve that. You deserve to feel whole, to feel energized by life, and that vision is not out of reach. If you're ever ready to dive deeper, we can create a vision board that reflects everything your heart truly desires: clarity, peace, joy, or whatever sparks your soul. And if you're looking for a place to start, the Mindset Transformation Journal is such a beautiful tool to help you reset and refocus on what matters to you. But for today, let me just remind you, you are loved. You are seen. And you are never alone in this. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, it does not define you. It's a chapter, not the whole book. Your story is still unfolding, and there's so much more beauty, joy, and success to come. You've got this, even when it feels like you don't. You're stronger than you know. One day, you'll look back and realize this was the moment you grew into the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. You matter. You are loved. And your story isn't over yet. Keep going. The best chapters are still ahead.